Is going on, my friends? In today's video, I'm bringing you what in my opinion is the best exotic rework of Season of the Deep. Tommy's matchbook is absolutely sensational now. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's check it out. You go over to the trait Heatsink. Overheat damage is reduced while not aiming down sights. While overheated, sustained fire scorches your target.
There is no fire!
That's right, they have added Scorch to the Tommy's matchbook. Ignition trigger is the main trait. Sustained fire with this weapon overheats it, increasing damage but burning the user. So as you get increased damage, you will also now start applying Scorch. On top of that, the original catalyst still exists. While ignition trigger is active, your health recovers much faster. Now this changes a lot for Tommy's matchbook, and when you pair it up with Sunbreaker now, there are some very cool things that you might want to pay attention to. Ember of Searing. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. You're going to make a fire sprite with almost every single kill that you make. Fire Sprite is a very powerful thing on Sunbreaker. A luminous concentration of solar energy. When picked up, it grants you grenade energy. With Ember of Mercy, every time you pick up a Fire Sprite, you get restoration. That means with every single kill you make with Tommy's matchbook, pretty much, you're going to be getting melee energy, grenade energy, and health back. So this is making you an ability machine and essentially making you invincible thanks to the fact that you can heal on every single kill. On top of that, Ember of Solace is extending the duration of restoration effects, which is very nice since we're going to be getting them so often. And we're going to be getting even more Scorch through Ember of Char, your solar ignition spreads Scorch to effective targets. So it's going to be Scorch galore, it's going to be health back, it's going to be grenade back, and it's going to be melee back. And on top of all of that, we are pairing it up with the Actium War Rig. Stellar reloads a portion of your equipped auto rifle or machine guns magazine from reserves. Goes very well with Tommy's matchbook, as you can imagine, because you can just keep spraying the Tommies and the Actium will keep feeding you, which leads to more fire and more destruction, my friends. And so, a bit of DFPvE today, my friends. We're going to hop into some new seasonal activities and show you exactly how nasty this setup is.
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby! I'm on fire! You're not on fire!
What we're going to be doing here is we are heading underwater. Who knows what kind of beasts and creatures we're going to see under there, but we are going into the sea, my friends.
1 minute it wasn't there, and then suddenly it's right next to me.
And here we go. We are in the salvage seasonal mode, and you've got to do a lot of shooting and a lot of ad controlling, and it might be the best way to show exactly how disgusting this setup is. This is so disgusting that you could basically spawn trap all these goons here with Tommy's matchbook and just lay into them, mates. And you'll notice, thanks to Actium War Rig, we just keep pumping them. We are pumping them and pumping them with more and more bullets, and very rarely having to reload, but even when we do, it's pretty snappy, and we're right back into it. And you're probably noticing there's fire sprites everywhere, there's sunspots everywhere.
Help me, Tom Cruise!
But how did he get down to his underwear that fast?
Tom Cruise using witchcraft on me to get the fire off me!
There is just absolute destruction going on left, right, and center. We're also using Harmonic Siphon, so we are making orbs as well on multi-kills, and as you can see, multi-kills is just absolutely plentiful and galore. That is right, my friends. And you know what? Me being the PvE bot that I am, I'm not even using my melee or my grenade, but I assure you, my friends, were I using my melee or grenade, then I would be getting them back very quickly, because I am getting all of my energy back. My ability energy back, my grenade energy back. I've got infinite heals, basically infinite sunspots. The Scorch just stacks and stacks and stacks, my friends, and it is absolutely disgusting. Wow, these guys, if they could, if there was an in-game report function for the Hive and the Dregs, they would be reporting me right now for bullying. This is like spawn trapping someone in Rumble, but dialed up to 100. It's just absolutely nuts. Basically, as long as you are in that overheat firing mode, that Scorch is happening, and yeah, this is probably the best solo weapon in the game right now. Especially in PvE, like I can't see anything topping this. And now it's time to go further into the sea.
I can scarcely believe this. It almost came out of another dimension.
That's right, we are deep diving, and as you can see, we're under the water, and there are many magnificent creatures out here. We need to get a little bit of oxygen as we deep dive into the arena, and we will be setting things on fire. But in the meantime, just take a look at all these fish.
Just launching itself a tremendous burst of speed they've got.
This is absolutely sensational. And right then, we are now into the final area of this mode, and it is pretty spicy, my friends. You got to do a lot of DPSing, a lot of ad controlling, and the Tommy's matchbook is made to do both of those things. I think it's even good for DPS now. To be honest, my DPS would have been better had I used, you know, my heavy weapon maybe once in a while, or my special weapon. But this being a Tommy's matchbook showcase, I am just going to be Tommying everything at all times. And I've got to tell you, man, as you pile up those scorch stacks with Tommy's and then you eventually ignite them, you're doing big damage. It's just, this is actually just nuts. This has to be, in my opinion, the best exotic change that they have made in this season. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. I think this is good in basically low tier content and high tier content, because what you could do as well, if you wanted even more survivability, you could just use healing grenades and you just basically have infinite heals. We're not even doing that because you're making so many fire sprites that the opportunity to heal is just basically never ending. But if you want to take it a step further, you could basically have infinite, and I mean infinite, healing grenades, because they're on an even shorter cooldown than the incendiary. Obviously the incendiary grenade is really good, like right there, for just doing massive damage to groups, and then piling on the Tommy Scorch on top of that. Well, you know how nasty that is. It is now Big Red Hammer time. And we are going in like Usopp, except for real. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about, well, you know what I'm talking about. Smash that like button like I am smashing in this fella over here. He is getting an absolute beating, my friends. An absolute beating with Tommy's. It is disgusting, mate. They are just on fire and they don't know how to handle it. These Dregs, these Hive, these Cabal, none of them stand a chance, mates. Absolutely none of them. And that is the end, my friends. We absolutely taught him a lesson. I don't know what I'm shooting at. I'm in a Tommy's matchbook induced frenzy, and we've got a red border and a couple of engrams and some bait to go fishing with. Isn't that fantastic, mates? Oh yes indeed. Anyway, my friends, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, drop a comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ivan!